Captain Sarah Chen stared at the massive holographic display floating before her bridge crew, showing what appeared to be 17 different star systems connected by shimmering energy corridors. The alien symbols scrolling across the bottom meant nothing to her, but the sheer scale was unmistakable. "Well," she said, adjusting her coffee mug, "that's new." The bridge of the UES Wanderer hummed with its usual activity. Her crew of explorers had been mapping uncharted space for 3 months when their experimental jump drive had malfunctioned, depositing them in what was clearly not empty space. Through the viewports, massive space stations dotted with countless lights stretched as far as their sensors could detect. "Captain," Lieutenant Rodriguez called from the communications station, "I'm picking up what appears to be a lot of chatter, hundreds of different languages, maybe thousands. Any of them pointed at us?" "Not yet, but—" Rodriguez paused, pressing his earpiece tighter. "Wait, incoming transmission. It's being translated in real time somehow." The main screen flickered, revealing a tall, imposing figure with 4 arms and crystalline skin that seemed to shift colors with each word. When it spoke, the voice was deep and resonant, clearly meant to intimidate. "Unknown vessel, you have entered the sovereign space of the Dominion of Vextar. State your species designation, technological classification, and prepare for immediate subjugation protocols." Sarah took another sip of her coffee. "Rodriguez, open a channel." "Channel open, Captain." "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earthship Wanderer. We're explorers from the Sol system, and honestly, we're just passing through. Our jump drive had a bit of a hiccup." The alien's 4 eyes widened simultaneously. "Sol system? That designation is not in our archives. You claim to be explorers?" "That's right. We're mapping uncharted space, looking for new worlds, new life, that sort of thing." Sarah leaned back in her command chair. "I take it you folks run this neighborhood? We are the Vextar. We have conquered 47 systems, our fleets number in the thousands. Our warrior castes have subjugated countless species." The alien's crystalline skin flashed angry reds and oranges. "You will surrender immediately or face annihilation." Chief Engineer Patel looked up from his console. "Captain, their weapons are interesting, energy-based, but the power output is roughly equivalent to our old Mark VII plasma cannons." "The ones we decommissioned 15 years ago?" Sarah asked. "Those would be the ones, yes." Science Officer Kim cleared her throat. "Captain, I'm reading their ship compositions. It appears they're using fusion drives for propulsion and what looks like early antimatter containment for power generation." Sarah nodded thoughtfully. "Rodriguez, are we still connected to the Vextar?" "Yes, Captain." "Vextar Commander, I appreciate the intimidation display really, but we're kind of in a hurry. Could you point us toward the edge of your territory? So we can get back to exploring?" The alien skin cycled through several colors that definitely suggested confusion. You are not afraid of our mighty fleet?" "Should we be?" Sarah asked, genuinely. "I mean no offense, but your technology seems to be about where we were maybe 50 years ago. Our ship alone could probably handle your entire local defense grid." Communications exploded with chatter as apparently every ship within sensor range had been listening to the conversation. "Impossible," the Vextar commander snarled. "No single vessel can match the might of our armada." Dr. Yamamoto, the ship's xenobiologist, leaned over to Sarah. "Captain, I'm detecting elevated stress hormones from several species on the nearby ships. I think they're genuinely frightened." Sarah sighed. She'd joined the Exploration Corps to discover new worlds and make peaceful contact with alien civilizations, not to accidentally terrorize them. "Look, Commander, what's your name?" "I am War Leader Kethvar of the Vextar 3rd Fleet." "Right, Kethvar. We really don't want any trouble. We're explorers, not conquerors. How about this? We'll demonstrate that we mean no harm by helping you with something. What's the biggest problem your empire is currently facing?" The alien skin shifted to cautious purples and blues. You would help us? Without demanding subjugation?" "That's kind of our thing," Sarah said. "We prefer cooperation to conquest." There was a long pause before Kethvar responded. "The Zarathi plague ships have been attacking our outer colonies. Our weapons cannot penetrate their bioshields. Bioshields? Patel perked up. Fascinating. Captain, that's essentially a living armor system. We could probably neutralize it with a targeted electromagnetic pulse tuned to disrupt cellular cohesion. See? Sarah smiled at the screen. We're good at solving problems. Rodriguez, patch me through to the Zarathi if you can find them. Already on it, Captain. I'm detecting their signatures 2 systems over. Within an hour, the crew of the Wanderer had brokered a ceasefire between the Vextar and the Zarathi, solved their bioshield problem with some minor technical assistance, and negotiated a trade agreement that had both species celebrating. How do you do this? Kethvar asked, his skin now displaying what Kim's xenological database suggested were colors of awe. Your species possesses such power, yet you use it to help rather than dominate. Sarah shrugged. It's more fun that way. Besides, the universe is big enough for everyone. The Galactic Council must hear of this. You have brought peace to systems that have known only war for centuries. Happy to help, Sarah said. But like I mentioned, we're explorers. We should probably get back to our mapping mission. Please, Captain Chen. Kethvar's voice carried a note of desperation. There are 17 other conflicts currently raging across the Empire. Could you help us with those as well? Sarah looked around at her crew, seeing excitement and curiosity in their faces rather than fear or ambition. This was why they'd signed up for deep space exploration, not just to chart new stars, but to meet new people and maybe make their corner of the universe a little better. Well, she said, settling back into her command chair with her coffee, I suppose we could spare a few weeks. Navigation. Set course for the next conflict zone. As the Wanderer moved deeper into what had once been hostile territory, now surrounded by an escort of grateful alien ships, Sarah couldn't help but smile. They'd accidentally stumbled into a galactic empire, and somehow ended up making friends instead of enemies, just another day in the Exploration Corps.